Has Lego banned Christmas? Well, not really. In fact, Lego has many sets, including the gingerbread AT-AT. They have all kinds of holiday scenes featuring Santa, elves, Christmas workshops, and many more. However, with that, Lego seems to have forgotten the reason for the season. So I'm going to fix it. So I went searching for Lego Nativities, and I couldn't find anything on Lego.com. Now, I did go to Amazon, and I found all kinds of knockoffs and kind of cheap, crappy things. Or for good quality printed on Lego, it was like $175 for a custom. Don't get me wrong, Minifigs and me, you have great products and I love you very much. But it still wasn't quite what I was looking for, and it was definitely not within my budget. So I decided to build a nativity. But I didn't just build one, I built 8. I took the most popular themes in Lego history, Star Wars, Marvel, Harry Potter, and more, and reimagined them to represent the birth of Jesus Christ in each of those universes. Because that's what Lego is about. It's a system. And if they won't give us a nativity, we'll build them ourselves. Let's get into it. Now, before we get into the crazy spaceships and superheroes, I want to set the baseline. This is the biblical version. This is the reason for the season. This features a manger, Mary, Joseph, a few animals in the background, as well as wise men, shepherds, and a few angels on top of the hut just to top it off. Honestly, this is what I wish Lego would sell, or we could find a more affordable price from other companies, but ultimately, this is what I was looking for to put under my Christmas tree. I used lots of standard parts, hair pieces, and faces from my Lego collection and from the bin that I already had, and really, I just wanted this a nice, simple, clean nativity. Now, let's spice things up. Enter the Clone Wars nativity, because if anyone knows about the Chosen One, it's got to be this guy, Anakin Skywalker. Now, for our Holy Family, we feature Anakin Skywalker as Joseph and Padme Amidala as Mary. Kind of fits, I thought it was good. Leave your angry comments in the comment section if you don't like it. If you do like it, leave your happy comments in the comment section. Now, I didn't really want to build a wooden shed because that didn't really seem like it would fit the vibe. So I ended up using this Republic Gunship with the wings cut off as the shelter. Kind of figured it could be like a crashed gunship or something like that. As well as we still had baby Jesus in the manger here in the center. Our clones representing our shepherds coming and falling down to worship. And we had featuring Mace Windu, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Plo Koon to kind of be our wise men in this scenario. Honestly, I think this is just an amazing rendition of the Nativity. It's my favorite theme with Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and I think a great way of honoring this Christmas season. Next up, we're heading to Hogwarts for the Wizarding World Nativity. This is going to feature Harry Potter as Joseph and Ginny Weasley as Mary. Obviously, this kind of fits to have the Chosen One himself featured there, but I didn't really want him to be the baby, as I thought that would be weird, and who's more iconic of a couple than Harry and Ginny? Like, why not? Might as well. For this, I featured the wise men being Severus Snape, Albus Dumbledore, and Professor McGonagall. There are no other characters that are more wise in this series, so it seemed like the only perfect fit. As for our shepherds, we kind of just had some miscellaneous students and other people from Hogwarts, but my favorite part of this one is actually the animals. If you notice, we had several different Patronus charm animals featuring around and coming to worship baby Jesus in the cradle, and honestly, they're just such beautiful molds, beautiful pieces, and really, I thought they added to the beauty of this scene for the birth of Jesus Christ. Let's go back to a galaxy far, far away for a little bit. This one's going to be a little bit more gritty. This is the Mandalorian. Now, for Joseph and Mary, I wanted to actually feature Mando himself and Cara Dune. I was recently rewatching season 1, and I'm really sad that these two didn't end up together. It really felt like they had some awesome chemistry, and it would have been so nice to see Mando hang up the blaster and him and Cara to raise Grogu. We might still see that with the new Mando and Grogu movie coming out, but who knows? Who knows? For the shepherds, I kind of wanted to use some miscellaneous characters from the series. It ended up featuring Fennec Shand, as well as some Tusken Raiders. I thought those were kind of a nice touch because Tuscans are like really good shepherds and they raise livestock and they live in a desert. Like that really fits the nativity scene, in my opinion. Of course, for our wise men, we had to get some of our great Mandalorian leaders, including Bo-Katan Kryze, the Armorer, as well as Paz Vizsla. Also, a little side note, it wouldn't feel right if we didn't have IG-11 standing guard as the guardian angel of, in this case, baby Grogu, representing the chosen one, or baby Jesus. Now, obviously, Grogu is just filling in for this role. We'll get back to a regular baby Jesus mini doll to represent soon enough. Nativities assemble! That's right, it is time for our Marvel-themed nativity. Now, there might be a little controversy in this one, just on who's the wise man versus who's the shepherds. I'll leave that up to you in the comments. Kind of what I was thinking is I'd have Iron Man, Dr. Stephen Strange, and Captain Stephen Rogers as our wise men, and then have kind of Thor and Spider-Man, as well as Frog Thor, kind of be our shepherds and some of the livestock in this feature. Of course, for our Joseph and Mary, we're going to have Bruce Banner and Natasha Romanoff. That was one relationship I would have loved to see flourish a little bit, so this is kind of my little shameless plug for that. Also to be noted in this build is we are actually having Sam Wilson in his multiple variations representing our angels in this scenario. With his wings, his protective personality, and honestly, I don't think I could see anyone better to represent angels in this scene. Sam Wilson is a true saint and an amazing Avenger. Now we're going to take a little bit of a pivot in the Marvel Universe and go specifically more into the Spider-Man multiverse. We've got Miles Morales as Joseph and Gwen Stacy as Mary. This aesthetic is going to be more bright and chaotic as well as colorful. The nativity scene is featuring the spider cave with baby Jesus right in the middle. All the different variations of Spider-Man coming to worship and acknowledge. We don't really have a set, these are the wise men, these are the shepherds. So you guys kind of pick out who you want. I wanted to include all of the minifigs I could from this. We did have a couple of our rougher characters acting as our guardian angels of sorts with our Spider-Woman cyborg version, as well as our Spider Werewolf looking from afar but still watching over and protecting this scene as we recreate the nativity. Obviously, we just got this awesome 2025 Spider-Man CMF series, so there were lots of variants to include. I very much enjoyed building this, as well as featuring the 2017 Spider Cave. Now, of course, I can't do this video without the OG, the original Trilogy nativity. This features Han Solo and Princess Leia, the ultimate power couple, as Joseph and Mary. For our more kind of plain shepherds, we wanted some plain rebels that we saw on the tentative 4 in that very first opening scene, the most iconic portion of Star Wars. And then, who wiser than the Cantina band? I had these 3 minifigs from the Mos Eisley Ultimate Collector series, and I realized there's just not a better fit for that New Hope vibe, original Trilogy classic, to really just bring together this awesome nativity. But let me know down in the comments, is there a different trio that I could have used for the original Trilogy that you think would have made a better wise man group? And finally, we're going historic and mythic. It's time for the Viking nativity. I used generic Viking minifigures for Joseph, Mary, and the shepherds. The fur, the axes, the spears, the rugged look, it actually feels very grounded and ancient. This might be a little controversial, but I did want to include some of that Norse mythology, and this is where it gets a little more mythical. For the wise men, I featured Thor Odinson, Loki Odinson, and the Valkyrie. I do have them here bowing and giving worship to the one true King, even Jesus Christ. And I do genuinely believe that he is the one true King. He is my Savior and my Redeemer. And like I've said before, he is the reason for the season. So there you have it, 8 different ways to tell the same story. From the sands of Tatooine to the halls of Hogwarts and back to the hills of Bethlehem. This project proved to me that we don't necessarily need to put a Lego Nativity label on the box for us to celebrate Christmas. We have the bricks, we have the imagination. I want to know, which one was your favorite? Was it the gunship stable? Was it the Viking ship? Or maybe the Cantina band Wise Man? Do you prefer the classic biblical one? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this marathon of builds, hit that like button, and it really helps my channel. Merry Christmas, and as always, may the brick be with you.